How are we doing on this amazing evening here um, in the KRL League, Chronic Racing League? We are on to week 2 at Silverstone. Silverstone, usually a very fun track to drive, very fun track to race on, and a pretty rich history when it comes to IRL F1. Um, Now, with these new regs, it is going to be very difficult to come across any real amount of battery. I mean, it is a very high speed track, and with a lot of high speed corners, you're going to be on full throttle a lot. You're really going to be pushing that throttle down for a large part of the of each lap. And so, battery is going to be at a premium. But without further ado, excuse me, let's take a look at our last race results. So, oh man, I have the burps. Sakatoko winning the opening race was given the courtesy of, you can get one race, but we know you're a little too fast. Oh my God, a little too fast for this beginner to intermediate league, and so a mutual agreement to for him to step down. But the points remain, I do believe. But these are the results. Kartik second place, followed by Scavenger, double podium for the Mercedes, and then immediately followed by the Haas team of Kreger and Berkey, looking pretty solid there. But let us also now take a peek at their standings. So now their standings, we have. Excuse me, dude. I don't know what it is. I'm getting some kind of burps, but uh, you can see the Mercedes 62 points from that double podium. What is that? 11, 13 points ahead of the Haas team, which then has a very close margin between themselves and the Racing Bulls. Mercedes just by far the best performers through that first week, but every team getting points. So nobody is at a goose egg. Nobody is at zero. So a bit of a positive there. Um, yeah, I think that should be it. So let us move on over now to the actual qualifying session. Let me just kind of clear up my other screen. All right, we should be good to go. We are not in qualifying. Oh, freak. Do I have my audio? Yes, okay. It is still on broadcast. Perfect. That is exactly what I need. So, first out is an Aston Martin. Seems to be what it do, missing his teammate. The only car on the grid today to be missing a driver. What it do, one of the coolest guys I know around in the F1 community. One of the cleanest drivers. Now, self-proclaimed, not the fastest, but he does prioritize keeping it smooth, keeping it clean, and so gotta respect it. You gotta respect the the I don't even know, just the calmness. That aura of things are as they are. It is what it is. I'm just gonna do my own thing. But here he goes on his first qualifying lap. Hold on, almost forgot to turn this stuff on. But yeah, like I said, battery going to be an absolute premium around this track. Ooh, washing out just a little bit into this corner. It is a very difficult one. What's up, Superman? Holy freak, man. Superman in the chat. Absolute legend. What to do? Attacking the apex. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Now another difficult corner. Definitely a lot more difficult on traction control, as you're kind of almost full steering the entire way around while still trying to accelerate as much as possible. Does have a car ahead. It is a McLaren, either Soulfly or Nubbers. Both both admins over in the Jackwagon server, Jackwagon League, on the same team. Cutting it very close there is what it do. Not scared of track limits. Washing out again a little bit, but able to recover, able to save it. Getting a little bit of slipstream from the McLaren of Nubbers. Nubbers doing a very good job of letting them through without bringing out a yellow flag. The last sequence of corners for what it do. Looking pretty steady. Very smooth, very confident in his own abilities and what he's capable of. Now, crossing first, setting a 130. So let's see who else is behind. Nubbers starting his hot lap, but maybe a driver behind. Trying to find just the right one. well, Kartik, I guess. Mick setting a 129.5. Kartik struggling maybe a little bit. Has a purple sector 1. There goes the last Aston Martin. Joining, that being Doc Scrump. Pole currently at 129.1. Kartik, I think, abandoning this lap. Interesting, going for another one. Turbo Chicken setting a 128.6. Now, I am a little curious as to maybe the thought process here of, you know, allowing Turbo Chicken to race when he is in that PTRL Division 1, one of the front runners there. Very much so not a beginner or intermediate. Messi, dude, 100%. What are we talking about? Next, don't ask me stupid questions in chat, man. What are we doing? Silly questions, man. So far, setting a 130.1. Take a look at Scavenger. Not an ounce of hesitation in my answer there, by the way. Just so you guys are all aware. Not once has that ever been a question. Yellow flag brought out, but honestly, not too severe. I've been spared, bro. I could say whatever I want. You have no control here. You're not in charge. I am. I am the man who knocks around here. Quick little reference for you. Some more yellow flags being brought out, but I am hearing that maybe they don't actually have as big of an effect as people think. Yellow flag, potential. Nope, stays out of the way, but a little weird from that V-Carb driver. Either Boilers or Mr. Hot Dog. Getting some slipstream max. Passing yet another car. I think that was an Alpine. Swinging it around. Last sequence of corners, last 2 corners to go. The finish line, setting a 128.5. Pole position for Max Scavenger. Let's take a look at Gold Killer. I feel like I'll say this every single time I switch to him, but as we see him spin out a little bit, he is doing cold turkey, no assists. Now, I wouldn't really recommend that to anybody, but look, he's brave. He is very brave or stupid. That is, you know, those 2 words kind of sit on a very thin line together. Managing nicely there. Yeah, I mean, either way, you gotta respect it, man. Going from all assists, pretty much. Automatic gearbox, full traction control, full ABS, the whole shebang. To cold turkey, none of them. Gotta respect it. You just gotta respect it. In time, it will become very second nature to him. Well, these last couple corners here, very difficult on traction if you're not careful and if you're not used to it. Managing it pretty nicely, it seems like. Setting a 130.4. Onto a newcomer here, Muff. Is he a newcomer? No, I think he raced last week, if I'm not wrong. What does KRL stands for? It stands for Kronik Racing League. If you take a look, actually, you know what? Sorry, Muff, but we gotta go plug the owner. If you go look at this guy's name, Chronico, league founder, league owner, Chronico Racing League, Kronik Racing League. That is what it is named after. Kind of, I can't even judge him too harshly for naming a league after himself, considering my own league is called. So I'm Fridge. You know, you're watching my stream. I would hope you know what my name is, but. Yeah, calling my own league Fridge's School of Racing, or also known as Fridge Sucks at Racing. You know, I can't judge him too harshly for calling his own league, you know, kind of after himself. But hey, gotta make things unique somehow. How many times do you come across a league with the KRL abbreviation or acronym? Never. How many times do you come across somebody with the FSR acronym? Never. I think actually there is one out there in existence, but they're irrelevant compared to us. We are cooler. We are better. We are stronger. We're smarter. Chronicle preparing for his hot lap. No traffic even remotely within his vicinity. A lot of space ahead and a lot of space behind. All right, here we go. League owner going on another hot lap. Same set of tires as before. Can I give Chronicle a motivational speech? There comes a time in every man's life, and every woman's life, every person's life on this planet that we call our beautiful, beautiful home, where we must take what we are given, squeeze whatever lemonade we can from the lemons of life, and take chances, take risks, step outside of our comfort zone, and damn it, has Chronico done that. And he continues to do that very same thing. He is no stranger to stepping out of his comfort zone. He is no stranger to dropping everything that he knows and cherishes just to change, just to feel something new, something different, something unique. And that is what makes Chronico different. That is what makes him so special. He has done anything and everything that you can possibly imagine. He has been a meteorologist. He flies planes, or he has flown planes, improving by 2/10 is what he does as well. He has founded his own league, gotten it up off of the ground. And you know what? It wasn't alone. It was not alone. He has friends. He has support systems around him. You know, and not to throw out too much of his laundry, but beating addiction as well. How many people do you know that have beat addiction and become one of the pillars of such a beautiful, beautiful community? If that is not inspiring, I don't know what is. If you yourself can't take any bit of motivation from this man's life, then you really need to check yourself. To check yourself, quite frankly. Inspirational, motivational, all-inspiring is all of what I would use to describe this beautiful, beautiful man that goes by Chronico. Woo, woof. Should I be president? I feel like I should be president. Alright, on to another qualifying lap. Zombie Star going into the pits. Mick. What did he do his left of session? Let me invite him just in case he got disconnected. Oh shit. Why did my game do that? Alright. Inviting what to do. There we go. Hopefully he can rejoin here shortly as he only has 5 minutes left. Let's see what Mick has in the tank. Max Scavenger setting a new fastest lap, 128.5. He is 3 to 4 tenths up and kind of passing some other cars, which is interesting to watch. Soulfly, one of them, preparing to go on another flying lap. No, going into the pits. Okay. Let's see. D2 Dominator on a hot lap, it seems like. You guys need a 20-second driver because Superman is here? Well, actually, what happened? How are we missing somebody else? Somebody... E-Fizzle joined. No, E-Fizzle's already in here. We had 22, or 21. Oh, it's Doc Scrump, but Doc Scrump hasn't taken control of a car? I mean, we're not gonna just throw somebody in there. I don't even... Are you in this league to begin with? Like, you know... I would assume not, considering you didn't know the name. You can't just throw somebody in there with 4 minutes to go. Alright, Gold Killer on an out lap. 11 on a hot lap, maybe. Boilers rejoining. Yeah, Doc Scrump is the one missing, but I don't know why he's not taking control of a car. It's not making sense to me. It is not making sense to me at all. Alright, what did it do rejoining? Pretty fire, pretty fire. Good to see. Let's take a look at Limerence. One of the goats of FSR. Yeah, I'm really... Nubber's rejoining. Well... This is a beginner to intermediate league. So if you're not performing well around here, then you're probably a beginner. And even then, I think we have some beginners still performing well here. Like Hot Dog, he's pretty new to this whole thing. Look at him, he's up in P13. Alright, Lemon's beginning his hot lap here shortly. Oh my god, did I never unmute the game? God damn it. Dude, I always forget, man. Exactly, competition is key. Is he doing 2 outlaps? I think he is. Interesting. Whoa. I also don't know what's going on here, Mr. Limerence. What are we up to? Are you okay there, Limerence? I guess maybe trying to let the Aston Martin by? I don't know what's going on up here, but a lot of people now on outlaps. Audi, one of them. Kronico, we saw one of his laps. Let's take a look at a Turbo Chicken lap. We'll be starting here shortly, letting a Red Bull through. Red Bull looking fast. Could be Gold Killer. Yeah, should be Gold Killer on a hot lap. Can Turbo Chicken improve by about 1/10.5 to retake pole position? Alright, here he goes. Starting his new flying lap. There is a braking board missing. And a Gold Killer spinning out, it looks like. Yellow flag unaffecting Turbo, but maybe affecting the Ferrari behind. Four and a half tenths improvement from Turbo Chicken already. Kind of washing out just a little bit here, or taking a slightly different line to prioritize a straighter exit and pick up more speed on exit. Now flying through Sector 2, the very fast part of this track. Into the S's, the infamous S's. These smaller cars do allow for, you know, it's still very crazy to try and overtake into the S's, but these smaller cars do make it a little more manageable. Equally as crazy, but more manageable. Can Turbo continue to improve? Barely improves. Losing out a lot of time. Maybe a slightly different battery strategy and really not paying off. Kartik, 6/10 improvement so far. Second place last race. Pretty much the race winner considering Psychotical no longer racing. Max setting a new fastest lap at 128.3. Will take a lot from Kartik here to maybe challenge that. Does almost challenge that, setting second fastest. Another, dude, we saw the same exact thing last race. We saw V-Carb and Mercedes pairings right up next to each other in the top 4 last week. And now we're seeing something similar as Muff here crosses the finish line. setting a 128 up into P5. But now it's actually Mercedes and Alpine's. Alpine, swampy start, not improving this lap. It's an abandoned lap. Numbers potentially, maybe. Has traffic ahead. Improves by almost a tenth, but look at these pairings. Oh my god, we have triplets. We had the Mercedes team 1-2, the Alpine team 3-4, and then the Haas team 5-6. Insanity. Insanity, man. Crazy, crazy qualifying. Just look at that, man. Just look at that. Just look at that beauty. And look at this, the Williams and Cadillacs alternating. For Ferrari up nice and close together. Oh no, eFizzle leaving the session. Oh, he might be cooked. He might not be able to rejoin, considering the race is about to start. Alright, what are all these pings that I'm getting? Alright, just catching up on some messages. Alright, I think we're all good on messages. Wait, no, what was this ping down here? Bruh, I don't really care. There we go. Alright. Shortly, we will be heading into the race. Just a quick little intermission. Hold on. No, Argentina doesn't play until 9, I don't think. Let me take a peek. Let me take a look. Shit, that's not what I meant to do. Peacock. Swear to God, if it makes me okay, I didn't have to log back in. Started 30. Oh, it started 36 minutes ago. Fuck, they are playing. All right, I do need to have it muted though, because I can't listen to something and focus at the same time. Shit, I didn't realize that. Please be winning already. Let's go Argentina! Woo, yay! Okay, why am I getting ads, bro? Oh, but the match doesn't start until I got scammed, bro. They don't actually start playing till 9. I thought it was 9. Wait, what? I don't understand what this message was about. All right, well, should we all caught up now? Let me tell you what, man. Listening to any soccer broadcast in Spanish is life-changing. You don't even have to understand it. Oh, what's up, Smiley? Let's go, Smiley. Dude, Smiley by himself would win a World Cup on his own. Entirely on his own. Smiley could win a World Cup. But yeah, I mean, I have the fortune of, being fluent in Spanish, so it's that much better for me to watch in Spanish. But look, man, you don't have to understand what's going on to catch the energy. See, and if Hartley really wanted to, like, who's Wayne Gretzky, bro? If Smiley put his mind to it, if he actually felt like it, dude could break all of Wayne Gretzky's records without breaking a sweat, man. That's kind of the animal that he is. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Just enjoying some pizza rolls, some Totino. Is it Tostinos? I feel it might be Tostinos. Is it a one stop? Yes, Kartik. It's a one stop, pal. For sure, it's a one stop. If it was a one stop in 25, it's gotta be a one stop in 26, man. Did you not do any race practice for this? What is wrong with dude? I can't even do the Indian accent well enough to make it funny, man. Tyra's dead. Well, that's a you problem, pal. If you have to, I don't. Dude, I don't know. The two stop really hurts. Honestly, if you're feeling that if you're feeling that nervous about it, I mean, just commit to the two stop. Whatever it is, just commit to it. It feels really weird for me to watch like this is essentially a TV broadcast. I grew up watching a lot of TV as a kid, like a lot of cable TV, and so getting 20 minutes of no, I don't even know, man. Like 50% of the time just watching ads, waiting for them to finish so you could actually watch whatever cartoon was on. I don't miss that at all, dude. I'm getting constant ads right now. I mean, I know the game's not on, but still, like I'm just so used to like watching shows, watching YouTube. I mean, they have ads, but it's the ratio of ad to actual like content that you're watching is so much better than TV ever was. So, I don't know. It just feels weird, Feels weird that we used to take like a 15-minute showtime to 15-minute ad time per 30 minutes is was normal. That was fine. Okay, what in particular are we waiting for? I'm not understanding right now. Oh, we're good actually. Nope, we're getting ready to start on formation lap. All right. So, to take a quick little look-see. Yep, eFizzle on a default strategy, pretty much locked into a two-stop. We'll be hoping for a... And Gold Killer's been disconnected. Oh my lord. Do I even have him added? Huh. I don't know. I thought I did. But eFizzle locked into a two-stop. Very much so, hoping for a safety car at some point in this race to kind of bring the two-stop into a more viable of a strategy. Very few starting on the hards. Constipated, Boilers fan, also, you can see him as Rory in there. Nubbers, all starting on the hards. And Doc Scrump is in, choosing to start from the back, I guess, not getting in a quali lap at all. almost refusing to. Yep, one stop definitely the way. But for a lot of these guys, you know, a little more beginner, a little more intermediate level, tire wear is a big issue for them. They feel a lot. Maybe they overdrive a little bit, or they lock up a lot, or you know they use a lot of traction control and they floor it out of every exit, and so they're just heating up their tires. Whatever it may be, right? No judgment, just observation going on. A one stop can be a lot more difficult for a lot of these, you know, high tire wear tracks. Was that Boilers? Dude, this Boilers guy cannot stay in a lobby. We also have a pretty big gap. What is going on back here? Very big gap between the front four and the rest of the grid. Yeah, oh, Kronik, you naughty naughty. You almost messed up the perfect, uh, you know, team pairing on every row of the grid. Silly Billy. All right, well, we will begin here shortly as the remaining cars um, make their way into their little boxes to start this race. All right, here we go. And off we go. Off we go here in Silverstone, UK. Off to a great start is the Alpine and the Mercedes up at the front. A little bit of battling going on here. A lot of positions interchanging. A little bit of roughhouse. Oh my god, there's already been death. What? What just happened? There is now a VSC. There's a VSC. Kronik has retired. He's DNF'd. What just happened? And now Boiler's getting... What is going on? Are we restarting the lobby? Oh, we might just be restarting the lobby. Yeah, people retiring from the session, left, right, and center. It might be to allow E-Fizzle into a car. Oh my god, what has happened? People leaving the session. This isn't a re-lobby anymore. What is going on? Okay, they're having to rebuild the lobby, so I will have to quit to main menu and bring the splash screen back up. What just happened, dude? All right, uno momento. I will be, you know, muting everything to join the VC and see what is going on. So I will be right back. All right, welcome back. We are returning. They are readying up once again. We shall be beginning here very, very shortly. Whew. Bit of a lobby issue. I don't know what happened exactly. But I think they also turned off formation lab. So as soon as we load in, everybody doing their strategy and all that, we'll be going. All right, loading in finally. So as soon as people have time to put in their setups, put in their strategy, we should be good to go. It's alright. Things happen. I just wish the Argentina game would have already started by now, so that I would have had a little bit of entertainment. But it's okay, man. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. You guys know me. I'm just a chiller. Oh wait, I need to get off the splash screen. Whoopsie daisies. All right, well, the Argentina game has started at least. Let's go! Argentina versus Algeria. I thought I was having a stroke for a second, and because on the broadcast it said Algeria. No. Yeah, no. Holy dude, am I having a stroke? Hold on, what did it say? Argelia. Is that what I said? I think that's what I said. But yeah, I for some reason I was thinking Algeria, and then I was like Algeria. Who the hell is Algeria? But no, that's just how you say it in Spanish. If you guys can't tell, dude, I'm like tripping half the time. Oh my lord, look at this bot. Ah! 161 followers. Wait, what happened? How did we get 2 and 1? Okay, that's definitely just a bot. But we're off to the races. Absolutely no warning for me. More people on softs now. Max Scavenger off to an amazing start already. Can I get like a better view here? I hate that it puts me on like give me a helicopter view for the start of the race so I can kind of see a better angle of maybe stuff going on in the back, because this is probably where most of the action is going to be. Limerence moving up some positions. Keep this up for now. Oh, and Limerence is off track, but he has recovered nicely, it seems like. Let's move it back on up to the top. So we still have the Krager. Hey! A little bit of incident there already on lap 1. But the top 6 still led by the starting 6. Mercedes Turbo Chicken getting ahead, maybe, of Kartik. Side by side, and Kartik, no, Turbo Chicken recovering. Dude, there's just so much going on. People kind of touching each other inappropriately, a little bit of sexual misconduct going on every other corner. These people are fighting hard. Fighting hard, they are indeed. Chronico, a little bit of a run on Swampy Star. Getting ahead, surrounded by Alpines, however. Can the Alpines not get in each other's way, though? As now Chronico slicing up into the top 5. So Dominator up 7 positions, Scrump up 8 so early. Mick down 11. Scavenger setting the fastest lap, but Kartik, his teammate, getting a little bit of a run on him, not going for it. If anything, really just kind of work as teammates to create as big of a gap between themselves and the Haas team behind so that they can maybe, later on fight with each other. Dominator 11 going side to side into a very difficult corner here to get just right. A little bit of a tap. Audi losing control. Ooh. Limerence and Scrump going side by side. And a car! A bit of an unsafe rejoin, perhaps, from Dominator, maybe, if I'm not getting the car wrong. But now Dominator and Limerence wheel to wheel. Dominator gets ahead of Limerence. Turbo very close to the rear of Soulfly. Soulfly up into 7th now. Limerence and Dominator continuing to fight for that position. Turbo going for a slightly different line, kind of letting that McLaren through. Maybe looking to harvest some battery. Chronico once again in the slipstream of the car ahead. Turbo getting ahead of Soulfly now, retaking that position. The Mercedes teammates fighting. Kartik setting the move up the inside, getting the better turn. It is now Kartik in the lead. But Muff has been able to make headway. Is now very close to Max. Turbo Chicken setting the new fastest lap immediately after Kartik set it. A gap starting to form. Gold Killer ahead of E-Fizzle. E-Fizzle, Gold Killer continuing to battle. Actually, let's take a quick peek. And the battle is over as soon as he can get there. My finger's just not fast enough. Not much else going on up and down the grid, I don't think. But it's very hard to tell with how big these speed differences can be with people maybe or someone on none, somebody harvesting battery or not. Argentina has scored. No way. Might be offside. Oh, it was. Sorry. I'm a little distracted, but it is the World Cup after all. Yeah, everybody kind of settling in. Everybody either completely out of battery by now or, speaking of which, yeah, Scrump maybe Getting a run on Limerence, not quite. Doesn't have the battery for it. Chronico perhaps is getting a bit of a run. Actually, it's Kreger on his teammate, maybe. No such luck. Back to Chronico. Mick and Boiler's having a bit of a go at each other. Boiler's now getting a 3-second time penalty. My eyes are just constantly plastered on these interval times. I have to be even more eagle-eyed than before before the DLC to catch maybe potential overtakes or battles going on. Kind of try to have an awareness of where people might be on track as well. Kreger not looking to make the move on his teammate, choosing to coast longer and harvest battery for the long run. Hanako being chased by the Alpine team right now. Swampy Star leading the charge against Chronico. Teammates, Muff getting a bit of a poor exit, absolutely dead in the water, going into the turn. The Alpine sending a move. A bit risky there, very risky. So that is what, 3 to 4 positions. Hey! Seemingly running the Alpine a little wide, maybe. Not giving the room, maybe not entitled to give the room. That would be one for the FIA to look at. I am simply but a commentator. Moth now ahead of Swampy Star. Chronico up into P4. What an absolute legend. Absolute baller. Look at him go. Flying. Now ahead of Kreger going into this turn. Can he get better traction? Does he have the battery to hold this position or not? Carter took new fastest lap and then immediately bested by Max and then Chronico in quick succession. But out of battery is Chronico. Can he defend his position with such low battery as Kreger has the battery advantage? But that can disappear in a split second. Dominator very close behind of 11. Maybe fancying some sort of a move here shortly. Oh my God, Algeria scored. Oh no. Oh no. Moff getting very close to his teammate Kreger. Soulfly and his teammate swapping positions. Limerence getting ahead of Scrump. Scrump actually in the wall. Unfortunate for Scrump. No idea what may have happened there. Muff being caught by Swampy Star. Kreger getting a run on Chronico. Does he send it? Does he make a move? Takes the outside line. Makes it work. What a wonderful overtake. The Alpine behind. Turbo Chicken making a move on his teammate. Late move into the braking zone. Oh, it wasn't a goal by Algeria. It was offside. Interesting. Almost as interesting as this race. Soulfly not even tempted a little bit to make that move on Limerence. But Turbo is swapping now places with his teammate, it seems like. Or not. Absolutely swapped by Swampy there. I don't know what's going on here. Are they trying to slingshot each other upwards? Maybe that's the case, actually. I don't know. Very difficult to coordinate such a maneuver. Limerence ahead of both McLarens now. Trying to defend his position. Efizzle and Gold Killer locked in a battle. Looks like Efizzle coming out on the end of it. Lime Cake retiring in the pits. Very interesting. I wonder why. I do wonder why. 11 making a move on Dominator. More moves potentially being made here. It is E-Fizzle getting ahead of Dominator as well. Dominator is sitting duck with no battery, it appears. Chronico with a run. Getting a little bit of an onboard action here. Ooh, a little wide there from Chronico. Maybe catching a little bit of dirty air. It is less of an effect here in the 26 cars, but doesn't mean it is not there anymore. Sending the move is Chronico. Kreger harvesting battery though, so maybe looking to make the move elsewhere, somewhere later on in this lap. Currently harvesting, it seems like, but not that much saved up actually. Was just low on battery, I think. Chronico now up into P3, third position. I don't know how to say it in Portuguese. I almost said it in Brazilian. In Portuguese. Posição tres. Tres. I don't know. I'm just guessing, man. I'm just guessing blindly. Turbo getting ahead of Swampy Star once again. Now Muff ahead of Chronico. I would assume he burned all of his battery just to get ahead of him. Does Chronico have enough saved up to kind of recover his position here shortly? Let's see here, tire differences. So Muff on hards up into P3. This is looking great for him. Chronico making himself look big in Muff's mirrors. We've seen both Alpine teammates kind of dropping down the order. Still the Mercedes in the lead, and their lead increasing as Kartik now well ahead of his teammate, and then Max well ahead of the next car, which is Muff. Muff locked in a potential battle. Yeah, it has been locked in a battle with Chronico as well as Kreger the last couple laps. Oh, I don't know why I thought Kreger was making a move. I saw the time interval, but I was literally watching him on screen, so I'm just tripping ball sacks. Scavenger is closer to Kartik at the moment. Closer than he was before. The racing seemingly settled down at the moment. As people kind of settle into their race pace, into their rhythm. What a do getting ahead of Mr. Hot Dog. That was a very quick overtake. That just happened in a split second. There was no warning. No telltale signs. Gold Killer as well, now ahead of Doc Scrum. No, there's really only so much I can do. There's only so much I can watch. Mick and Hot Dog battling it out. Hot Dog going into the pits early. This is a two-stop for sure. Yep, he started on softs. I guess I could have told you that before. Chronico very close to Muff here, taking a slightly different line. We'll be seeing a lot of differences in battery deployment lap after lap. A little wide by Muff, not preserving as much speed as maybe he would have liked. And now Chronico looking to have some sort of a run on him, but knowing he's a little too far back, chooses to maybe preserve battery instead. Tire wear is starting to become a noticeable hindrance to these drivers, a noticeable factor in the way they go around this track. Scrump very close to Gold Killer. Into the pits. That is another two-stopper. Or no. That might be the one-stop window. I'm not an expert at Silverstone, but I think he could definitely take his tires another the hard 16 laps. This feels like it makes sense, I think. Yep, most of the grid. I lied. 11 and Gold Killer in a battle, side by side. And it is 11 ahead of Gold Killer now, but Gold Killer with more battery, it seems like. Chronico ahead of Muff finally. As soon as I switch off of them is when they decide to do something. Come on, guys. Let's try to not overtake while I'm not watching. Oh, Muff with a run on him now. Maybe a re-overtake here. Ooh, no such luck. Muff completely out of battery. Chronico back into P3. It is, was that Chronic? No, yeah, that is Chronico into the pits. More and more people going into the pits. Hitting some undercuts, potentially. Let's see. Oh my god, has Messi scored? Holy shit. What a shocker. So, a lot of these people should be switching onto the hards. Yep, we see a lot of people switching onto hards. Nothing else really going on at the moment. Once again, the race seemingly calming down a little bit. Oh my god, Messi the GOAT, man. Messi crazy. Messi is him. What a finish. I mean, could have been better from the goalkeeper, but still, decent finish, man. Decent goal. Oh no, that's actually, ugh. Never mind. Oh, that's some atrocious goalkeeping. All right, Chronico coming out of the pits in P14, but how many people ahead of him have yet to pit? Everybody ahead of him has not pit yet. This could be the undercut of the century. This could be the undercut of the century. Was in P3, now ahead of Mick. Limerick's getting ahead of Kreger as well. Kartik finally coming into the pits. When will everybody else decide to come in? Seemingly now. 10-second time penalty for Kreger for speeding in the pit lane. Muff and Scavenger staying out. I think Scavenger taking these mediums a very long time. Muff starting on the hards, will not pit until much later. Let's see where Chronico comes out, or where Chronico goes in relation to these people who have only just pit. How strong was the undercut set by Chronico? Seemingly not very, actually. There was quite a big gap, though. He is now only 5 seconds behind who was the race leader. Scrump setting the new fastest lap at 1:31.4 on hards. Kartik immediately getting ahead of 11. Let's watch our actual race leader. Maybe not literally at the moment, but you know. Ooh, there's the yellow flag, but I think we're okay. You're okay. Let's watch maybe as Kartik tries to dice through the field. 11 should also be... No, 11 hasn't pit yet. Turbo Chicken in 10th. Definitely pit, I think, already. Yes, has pit. Already very close to constipated. Mr. Lair himself, Lair on hards. Max finally pitting. Maybe trying to avoid the double stack. Giving preference to the driver ahead. Here goes Kartik sending the move up the inside. Very close to constipated. Should have the grip advantage. May need to just harvest battery and wait for the next opportunity. He has a pretty good buffer between himself and 11. Has overtake now. Should be a lot easier to get ahead of constipated. Look at him harvesting battery. Playing it smart, playing the long game. That is exactly what you want to see, especially with how volatile these batteries are with how much you can store, or okay, maybe volatile not being the right word, but very a lot of varying levels of battery. Trying to out traction Constipated here. Maybe not setting it up properly, but should easily get ahead of him. Does so now into P4. Everybody ahead of him yet to pit. He is he's retaking the lead. He is in the lead of the race once again. No, I guess he already was, since everybody who has pit is behind him currently. His main mission now will be to kind of maybe just settle into a pace, settle into a race pace. Everybody that was behind him originally will need to get through traffic, and so he just needs to... Whoa there! Let's settle down. Let's settle down, buckaroos. Let's settle down. But yeah, everybody behind him getting slowed down a little bit by traffic. You know, just make sure those tires make it to the end without issue. Scavenger getting very close to 11. So let's see the leader. It's not going to tell me too much, but so if Kartik is 16 seconds behind, Max Scavenger is then 3 seconds behind of Kartik. Constipated ahead of 11 because 11 has finally pit, undercutting the other hard runners. Turbo Chicken new fastest lap once again on those hards. Max looking to gain as much time as possible. Currently 3.6 seconds behind of his teammate Kartik. What it do? Gaining rapidly on Mr. Hot Dog. We have a three-way battle here for position. Gold Killer, Hot Dog, and What It Do. What It Do sitting on a lot of battery, harvesting a lot, anticipating a battle between these two in front, taking advantage to recollect some battery. Trying to play very safe as the Red Bull going deep is Gold Killer. Now trying to get ahead of Hot Dog, and here he does so effortlessly. Ooh, a little bit of contact, but all is good in the world. E-Fizzle now getting ahead of the McLaren Nubbers. Chronico looking to maybe get ahead of Constipated. Krager about to overtake Swampy Star, does so. Chronico under threat from behind. Turbo Chicken. Chronico. What just happened? Constipated losing traction or something? Why did he drop down so rapidly? Limerent setting the new fastest lap. Oh, he's gone into the pits. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. We'll have 12 laps of racing left. Turbo getting ahead of the Audi. Does he hold the position, though? No, he does not. It is Chronico ahead, but a different line from the Alpine. No dice. No dice. Well, behind Chronico now, E-Fizzle and the McLaren of Nubbers locked into a wheel-to-wheel battle right now. Fighting for position, but they will need to pit sometime soon. Yellow flag. It is a V-carb on tracks. Regaining control, I think. Scavenger about to make it a three-way battle between Turbo, himself, and Chronico. Well, Supra, it's a 3-day consecutive streamer thing. Sunday's my own league and commentating for some other leagues. Monday I commentate, and then today I commentate as well. And guess what? Tomorrow I race. And then Thursday I have a day off. Friday I race once again. It's just how it is, man. Gotta respect the hustle. Mr. Hot Dog leaving the session. A lot of people leaving the session. What? Kartik. Okay, so let me invite whoever I can. So I don't think I have Hot Dog, but I do have Kartik, I do believe. Oh, he's not even online. He's not even online, dude. I don't know what's going on, but a lot of people left in quick succession. Kartik potentially losing out on the race win if he doesn't rejoin soon. What has gone on? What has gone on? Honestly, I should know, but I have no idea. It's a cockpit race, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. I'm the only one checked in right now. You know, I love, I don't normally race in cockpit, but I am pretty competent at it. I'm pretty decent. Um, barely slower. Oh my god, E-Fizzle being overtaken by an AI? Holy shit. Wait, this AI is kind of fast. What AI level do they have? Oh my, I can't check once I'm in the lobby, or once the race has started, dude. What? What? This is crazy. Maybe I can... Dude, I don't know who else might have gotten disconnected. I have no idea. I guess let me check the Discord to see if anything's going on. Sorry if there is a battle going on right now, but... messages in Chronico. Okay, no word from anybody. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what happened. I just saw names flash across the screen, leaving the... Oh, Karthik's saying invite. Yep, I knew it. Well, you weren't online earlier, bruh! You're still not online for me! You haven't been online this entire time. What do you want me to do? Your name's not here! I can try to find you, but... anytime I'm looking for somebody specific, they're not in my list. I can't invite you! And Turbo is gaining on Secret Cape's AI. This is looking very not good for Kartik. Dude, look, I can try again. I don't know what to tell you, dude. You're not here. You have not been online this entire time for me. I can't do anything for you, homie. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to get somebody else to invite you somehow. Oh, I thought Dominator was maybe making a move, but no such thing. Now I'm communicating with online servers. Okay, I think we're good. Did I maybe get disconnected? No. Because it would have told me everybody left, not just a couple people. 11 has rejoined. See, so I'm still in the lobby then. No, I'm good. You're gonna need Max to send you the invite, man. Hopefully you're in a VC with him or something. You're restarting sent invite. Bro, I can't send you an invite. You're not here. You're not here in my list at all. Turbo looking to get ahead of Chronico now, maybe. They are catching super rapidly to Kartik's Ghost. Now within a second of Kartik, but these three continuing to battle very, very, not aggressively, very, doggedly, very determinedly. Turbo now getting ahead of Chronico. Chronico out of battery there, maybe? I don't know. Looked very slow. Now Turbo overtaking the AI of Kartik. This is looking like a horror show for Kartik. And if his teammate doesn't lock in, Mercedes may be losing out on a race win. Kronik now ahead of Kartik's AI. Kartik's AI down into P3. Scavenger about to overtake his teammate. There he goes. Down into P4 goes Kartik. Muff getting ahead of his teammate. Limerence now overtaking the AI. He's just tumbling down the order. I can check one more time, but I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. You haven't been online this entire time for me. Yeah, you're just not there. Krager getting ahead of Swampy Star. Swampy Star now looking at 2 Haas ahead of him. There goes Kartik. He has rejoined. Does he have a chance? He will have 6.5 laps. More like 6 laps. No, 7. He will have 7 laps to hopefully make some sort of a comeback. Do you believe in miracles? He is now 1.3 seconds behind and still not in control of his car, it looks like. Why am I constantly communicating with online servers, dude? I do not like the ominous tone that that sets. Still not in control. Looking unfortunate. There is someone else. AI? Oh, that's a ghosted car. That is a lapped car. Scrump pitting. Very late pit for Scrump. What is he pitting off of? Pitting off of, I don't know, something onto softs. Very interesting indeed. Is Kartik now in control of his car? Yes, he is, but 2.5 seconds to make up. And now under threat from Muff. What a fall from grace that was. Very unfortunate circumstances for Kartik. Nubbers, nope, no run. I got teased. I got baited. Scavenger though, looking to redeem the Mercedes team. Kronik up into P2. Let's look at the tires. So Max with the freshest tires of the top 3 right now. Muff on brand new mediums, but already being outpaced by Kartik. Kartik well ahead and catching rapidly. Max, very late move. No such luck as the other 2 kind of just rocket right past him. There he goes, sending the move on Chronicle up the inside. Backing up the 2 cars behind him a little bit. So his primary objective right now, his main mission, is to catch Turbo and slow him down by any means necessary. Now, I mean legally, you know, battle with him, force him to take different lines. Just slow him down in whatever way he can. Oh, there's a VSC! Boiler's DNFing. Does this... And it's been upgraded to a safety car! Absolute cinema! Absolute cinema! Exactly what Kartik was looking for. Equal playing ground. I don't know, actually. I think maybe a bit of an advantage because Turbo and Chronicle were on the older tires. No, actually, no, this is great because nobody's going to pit. No chance these people pit up in the lead. There is 0 chance that they pit. And if they do, they are putting such a high risk on everything. There are people in the back pitting. That makes more sense for them as they have a lot less positions to lose, a lot more to gain on the safety car restart. No, this is perfect for Kartik. This is absolutely perfect. If anything, more so for Max as he has the freshest tires. Oh my god. Oh my god. A miracle for Kartik. Will he have the short-term pace, though? Oh my god, somebody diving into the pits. Multiple people diving into the pits. Who's pitting? Turbo pitting? Oh, that is risky business. Chronicle pitting as well. Max staying out. Limerent staying out. And Kartik staying out. Whoa, this is some risky business here. Turbo switching onto... softs. Chronicle onto mediums. Kreger onto... and serving a time penalty. So Swampy Star will get ahead of... Swampy also serving a time penalty. Oh my god, guys. What are we doing? So the top 3 will be on used hards. Muff on used mediums, and the Turbo all the way back in P5. Fresh softs, followed by Chronicle on fresh mediums. This is going to be very exciting here at the very end. How many? We might see another 2 laps of safety car, making it, I don't know, like 2 to 3. Yeah, 2 to 3 laps of racing at the end, where the softs are going to be the tire to be on, but a lot less time to actually make those overtake moves. Very spread out. I mean, we have some people who have only just overtaken the safety car. Mr. Hot Dog, very back of the pack. Is he coasted? Is he even in the lobby? C. Miller, one of the people all the way at the back. The longer the safety car is out, the more Dominator now pitting. Oh, that is some. Why? Why would he pit so late? Kind of second guessing his earlier decision of not pitting. The worst time to pit is now he's going to lose even more positions than he would have before. Just dropping down the order. Might lose 2 more. 3 more. What was the thinking there, Dominator? No, just 2 more after that one. No, it was 3. Dominator, I really don't know about that strategy call there, homie. I really don't see it. Now with so much traffic, with so few laps to you know, make headway on, I don't see it, man. I really don't see it. Can I send Hot Dog an invite? Do I have him added? I don't have him added, dude. I don't. You haven't added me. Did he DM me? Alright, let's see if he can add me in time, but it's not looking great for Mr. Hot Dog. Oh my god, look, I'm telling you to add me. If I don't have you added, and if I do, then you're not online. Just see if you can add me. Hot Dog, please. I'm trying to get you in. Why are you questioning whether or not I have you friended or not? Just go try to add me. Please. Please. Just try to add me, man. I mean, you're running out of time. Oh my god, man. Oh, he just friended me on Steam? Oh, he thought I meant Steam. And my game crashed. You know, I'm not saying this is Mr. Hot Dog's fault, because it's not. But that is not what I meant by adding me on Steam. That is not what I meant by Steam. At all. But that's okay. Simple misunderstanding. Now I need an invite. Oh my lord. I don't think. I mean, I don't think I'll get in before the race has restarted. Yeah, not at all what I meant, Mr. Hot Dog. Not at all what I meant by Steam. The only way for me to accept that Steam friend request was to open up the Steam overlay, and as soon as I tried to open it, the game crashed. So it's not Mr. Hot Dog's fault. It is a simple misunderstanding. But you know what? Maybe a lesson to be learned here. Maybe from now on, if it's the last couple of laps, it's not even worth trying. Well, that might be it. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do. Just change the splash screen for now. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do. Somebody in the lobby would have to invite me back in, and I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, that is unfortunate, man. I mean, like, what? I can't do anything. What am I supposed to do at this point? I mean, yeah, there's no point. It's not gonna happen anymore. I mean, what do I even do? I mean, Chronico might be streaming it. Maybe I can just tune into his stream. Like, I don't know what else to do. Actually, I don't even know Chronico's Twitch channel. Wait, don't I have him? Don't I follow him or something? Yes, I do. There he is. Okay. Ah! Okay. Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. This is what we've got. This is all we've got now. It is Max fighting it out with Kartik. Turbo has 3 seconds, so it should be whoever crosses the finish line first. It will be the winner. Scavenger AI. It'll be Kartik. It'll be Kartik leading in the last race, or in the last lap. Scavenger disconnected seemingly. No, don't buffer. What are we doing? Stop buffering. Turbo really trying to make up a position, but it might be too little too late as he does have the 3 second time penalty that'll plummet him down the standings at the very end of the race. Getting ahead. Just last couple of turns left. It will be seemingly, yes, a Kartik win as Max continues to drop down the standings as he is in AI mode. Kronik attempting a move there, a little overly ambitious maybe, but it will be Kartik recovering from a disconnection, winning this race. Chronico second place, dude. Absolutely spectacular from Chronico. Max finishing in third, getting disconnected as well. Numbers fourth. Turbo finishing fifth after the time penalties. Then we have Kreger, Constipated, Limerence, Soulfly, Efizzle running up the top 10, but points do extend farther down the order. Yeah, sorry, dude. Yeah, for I guess for future reference, people need to make sure that they have me added before the race. All right. Well, I'll just have to go ahead and I just realized Chronico is I'm talking over Chronico. Chronico's talking over me, but I guess that'll do it for this race. Had to hit a little bit of a what's it called? A little bit of improvisation here at the end. But your winner is Kartik, driver of the day. Probably going to Chronicle actually. P7 to P2, pretty solid from him. Pretty well driven. Solid strategy calls all the way throughout the race. So great to see that. But I hope you guys enjoyed what was this a bit of a scuffed ending. But have a have a great night. Hope you guys enjoyed whatever this last shenanigans were. But yeah, have a great night. You guys are awesome in KRL. Hope you guys enjoyed.